What's up, guys? It's Cyan. We're back, and today's video is going to be story time. Now, this is something that happened last night in Sage World, and you guys remember when I did the very first Girls Night Out video where it was Watermain, it was Sakura, it was Hinata, and Tsunade. Now, that was the very first Girls Night Out video I did. It did very well. Got a bunch of views on that. You guys really liked that. All right. The second one, that was Girls Night Out. And it was all healers. It was 4 healers. And it was funny. Everybody was like, yeah, you know, it's cool and all and everything else. All right. Yesterday, I ran into somebody actually using that. And that was the most AIDS thing I've ever seen in my life. It wasn't exactly the same thing. It was a different variation, but it was Watermain using Poison Tie and full heals. It was Sanine, the Ambu version Sanine, Tsunade. It was Ino, and it was the new version of Sailor Sakura Skill Broken. OMG. You were talking about he had a 31 kill streak in Sage World. Nobody could kill this person. He just killed everybody. And I think he was only like 150,000 battle power. He just killed everybody. Nobody could kill him. I fought him twice before I decided to leave him alone and try to hunt some people just to get some points before I got kicked out of Sage. Yeah. Like, I've never seen anything like that before in my life. Like, I'm telling you, dead ass, that was the most AIDS thing I've ever seen in this game. There was nothing that you could do to this guy, and he just kept poisoning everything. And then he had the nerve to have the King of Hell summoned on top of that. Like, I'm like, oh my god. Like, you cannot be more AIDS than this. By the third round, you're dead. This is just plain up dead because the poison ticks just kill you. You can't do enough damage to his team because you had Watermain and Sailor Sakura in the front, and they both absorb damage because they heal. So it was AIDS. I've never seen anything like that before in my life. And like he actually made me type in Chinese in chats for somebody to come kill this guy to stop the 31 streak, because I never saw that happen before in China. Still happened in North America before, but no, that's North America because people can top up and then run ahead of everybody. That doesn't really happen in China because it's different servers, and then somebody always takes somebody out, but nobody could beat this person. It was complete AIDS. So my point in actually saying all this is that people were dissing that and saying that, oh, that's not gonna work. And when I did it, you know, I had people in the comments talking crap about that. I swear to God, I wish you guys all seen that. I was scrambling to try to record it, but I could never get him. Like, I just wanted to show him actually fighting so you could see what happened, because I put my best foot forward. When I saw what he was doing, I went back to the Roshi, Sasuke, and Itachi team just to see if I can damage him enough that it would cause a strain to him. He just healed all the damage. He took both rounds, the first and second round, he took the full Roshi, Sasuke, and Itachi combo and just healed all the damage. It was just like, I didn't do nothing at all. It's just over with. And I'm sitting there looking at it like, come on. Like, I did some damage. Like, all his people I took down to like at least, I think it was like 75 or 60%, because that Roshi shit with the with Sasuke and Itachi, that hurts. That full combo hurts. You get hit like 50 times and burned a whole bunch of times. Like, that combo hurts. No matter what nobody says, you're gonna put fear into somebody when they see people see stuff like that. They get. Matter of fact, I'll give you an example. If you do that to somebody in China in arena, they quit. They should have quit. Even if they're stronger, they get hit by that, they quit. Because it's intimidating. Like, you just screw people hard. And with this team right here that you're watching right now, when I do that to people in China, this team isn't scary when you look at it. But when you get hit by this full combo and then like you're poisoned and burned at the same time as screwed first round, especially if lightning main initiates it, because then on top of that, now you can't combo. People are out. They're like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm going. Peace. See ya. And with that said, I just want to put it into you guys' head that, you know, don't listen when people say you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't have this team, try different teams. That's why I always tell you guys, give me teams. Put it in the comment section. Let's have some fun. Let's come up with some different stuff, because there's different stuff in this game that makes this game interesting. Like all the way around. Like you could just come up with some ill stuff and be dominating and not even be that strong. I'm pretty like that dude. He was okay, and I could damage him, so he wasn't overpoweringly strong. But he had a build in the comp that there was nothing you could do. And I've never seen that before, where it was just flat out. It wasn't that the characters are broken. It was just the combination of those 4 healers combined together. They did enough damage to you, and they overhealed so much. And then you have freaking Ambusnade, who freaking threw that slug out every round because all 3 ninja were Konohara. So she basically did that big ass heal every round because she chakra overflowed. And I was like, oh my god, like it's like I watched like an Omega version of the Girls' Night Out. I have all those ninjas, so I'm gonna run around and do that shit now. I'm putting that together right now. As soon as I've seen that, yes, I will be biting. You're gonna be like, Sion, you copy that. Hell yeah, copy that shit, because he didn't lose. I don't think he lost the entire Sage. Like, come on. I'm gonna do that. And I want to see what happens. I straight up want to see what happens. Well, I'm going War Domain probably like after this video. And we're going to pull that out and see what happens, because that was some ill stuff. And he had some damage resist. I ain't going to act like he didn't have any gear or nothing like that. He had some damage resist because he could take a little bit of a hit. But it just like didn't matter. So I'm just basically doing my daily stuff right now. And I just wanted to come on and talk to you about the story time with that. And we'll continue the story time with... I actually had an interview for a website, because you notice I do a lot of Android gaming. So you're going to see the interview up, and well, you're going to see it soon. I'm going to announce it when they put it up and finish it and everything. And they just wanted to know how it was to be a YouTuber, how, see that I did a lot of Naruto online. I've done a lot historically anime games, and that's pretty much why they interviewed me, because they wanted to see my feel on anime games and how I feel about how the public treats YouTubers who deal anime games. And they're saying, it's a little bit hard because people are trolly and disrespectful and whatever else. But the main reason why they interview me, they like how I deal with things, because I'm not like other YouTubers. And the main thing that the guy led off with is that he appreciates how I deal with the public, because I'm one of the few YouTubers who will say F off and unsub. And if I could cry, I know it's cheesy, but not a lot of people understand that why I'm the way I am, because a lot of YouTubers sell out and they just take BS from everybody just for some subs, and if I did that, I would have 30,000, 40,000, 50,000 subs. I'll be honest with you. If I sold out like that, that's just the way YouTube is. If you look at all the rest of YouTubers, people disrespect them. People talk stuff about them. If they're Indian, they calling them sand-ins and stuff like that. And I look at that and I cringe, and I'd be like, I would not be me. I would be like y'all get off my channel. I would ban half the world if people were disrespecting my descent like that. Like, a lot of stuff, but people just take it because they want those subs, and I'm not about to live selling out. I'm just not. If I can't do it my way, and I can't be on here as Sion, as my real self, my true self, then I don't need to do it. I'll be damned if I'm going to sit up here and allow people to disrespect and allow people to tell me what my opinion is, allow people to say, well, you're wrong because of this, and this, when it's an opinion. Some of the knock that's on me is that I'm opinionated. Now, listen to that word. When you say somebody's opinionated and you don't like it, there's something wrong with that, because it's a opinion. It's opinion. You are not supposed to agree with every opinion in life. If you don't agree with somebody, you just don't. But that does not give you the right after that, if you don't agree with the person, to demand that somebody change their opinion, to demand that somebody listens to you. It's your opinion versus the other opinion. If you don't agree, you just don't. That's where the problem comes in a lot with YouTube and just people in general, where people just assume just because they have some type of opinion, that makes it more. That makes it better. I've never said to anybody that I am better than anybody. I never said that you have to listen. You don't come on my channel and me start saying I'm the only YouTuber that you should listen to ever. So if anybody else says something, screw them. Or you've never heard me say that. I will never say that because I'm not God. Nobody's God, and no YouTuber, nobody, period, should ever say something like that because they're automatically wrong. You ever go to anybody's channel and they're talking about don't listen to nobody else, I'm the only person you should listen to, unsub, because they're not realistic. That's not a realistic person at all. That's not how you talk to the public. That's not how you deal with the public. That's incorrect in every way, shape, and form. They're actually disrespecting your intelligence at that point when they're actually telling you that they're the only person you should listen to. Like you shouldn't even listen to yourself. They tell you jump off a cliff, you ain't gonna die, and you know you're gonna die, so you're not gonna listen. That makes you a noob. Like, you see stuff like that. You gotta listen to vernacular when people say idiotic things like that, because that's a problem. And it's also a form of cyberbullying itself, when people insist that their opinion is better than other people. And that's another thing, a part of one of the questions that was issued to me. He said that I'm immune to cyberbullying. If anything, I turned it back on the cyberbullies, which I do. Because people can make memes, people could talk a whole bunch of crap, but name one time, I want you guys, and if you find it anywhere, without somebody actually trolling and putting it after I say this, name one time in the Naruto online community that somebody has said on a video, on a comment section, or anything else, that they have listened to me and failed. Name one time. Name one time. Name one time that they tried to build like that I had and it worked. They tried to build and they tried a method that I actually put up on the channel and they didn't succeed in it. They didn't get ahead. They listened to some advice I said and it didn't work out for them. You won't find one time that is applicable. You won't find one time, because I actually sit there and do the math. I actually do the homework and I do it myself. Like this same thing. When you do something like this for 3 years, you should know something by now. You should know the proper way to do things by now. You should know what works and not works. You should know the more efficient way to go about doing things, and you should know the fun way. And that's what I teach. Now, if you listen to other people, it's like I'm not doing that. So you would think, why is that? And again, like the interviewer said, that what he noticed, looking at everything over on my channel, is the fact that I don't keel over and I don't allow the bullying and I don't allow the idiots and the trolls that actually win. People get mad at that. It's a mob mentality. When you don't allow somebody to get away with trolling, to disrespect, to argue and stuff like that, people get mad. And then the mob gets together because they're continually, with other people who are mad, and they say, hey, well, this guy's not cool because he just silences us and we don't get to argue. Listen to that now. Listen to the vernacular on that. We don't get to argue and voice our opinion. No, you don't get to argue and voice your opinion. You get to talk, yes. You get to debate, yes, but you don't get to argue. YouTube in the world and freedom of speech is not the excuse to be a asshole. And that's the problem that a lot of people have. You notice when people come in, if somebody argues something, you see I let them go for a little while on the channel. My mods let them go for a little while on the channel. And when it gets to the point where we're like, all right, we're not going to agree, just end it. Then you see, if you notice at that point, they didn't have their say. I didn't had my say, or a mod didn't have their say. And I'll say, okay, let's agree to disagree. But if you notice, the person will not stop there. They'll start disrespecting. They'll start calling names. They'll start doing everything else. They won't stop there. They won't be adult and stop there. And that's when they get banned. And then they'll turn around, totally not even paying attention to the fact that they were warned, that they actually got their say out, that they actually got to argue, and say, oh, well, look, see, he's afraid of the truth. He just banned me. They totally ignored the fact that they got to run their mouth probably for like a half a damn day and got to say what they had to say, but then chose to be immature. And then, yes, you got banned. If you notice, every single time on the channel, that's what happened. People copy and pasted a whole bunch of stuff from my comment section, but they always leave out the fact that they actually got to argue in the beginning, and then they turned around and got idiot. They got idiots. Somebody came in my Discord. I know some of you guys who were in the Discord remember. They were arguing the whole Sasuke thing. My dudes, I put all the math down for them and said, okay, go test it. I literally typed it all out. Typed it out that you can't even dispute it. And then the dude was like, oh, well, go make a video. I'm like, for what? I do it all the time. You actually literally, like, if you want, like, my whole thing was with that was, go ahead and test it. Go make a video and go do it. Nobody would do it. They was all arguing all that bullshit, but nobody would sit there and go do it. Like, go do it. Go do the DPS test. Nobody would do it. But oh, Scion's wrong. But I gave him the whole test parameters, but nobody would go do it. So, you know, at this point, you know, it's like, what are you gonna do? And then now they're skill broke, Susanoo Sasuke. So he's like more broken than half the damn game. So it's not even the point anymore, because it's like, why would you use any other Sasuke besides Susanoo? Because he just kills everything now because of the skill breaking thing. But if you don't skill break him and place him side by side in the team with normal Sasuke, normal Sasuke skill broken is going to outrun him in DPS. I gave them the parameters, nobody would test it. So they didn't want the truth at that point, guys. They didn't want me to be right. They didn't want to actually listen, because all they wanted at that point is just to troll and to argue and to sit up there, and then I guess for whatever reason that their life is that boring, they need the meme on the Discord, because that shit's kind of pathetic, to be honest with you. It's super sad that that's the extent of your nightlife, that's what you need to do. At the end of the day, you find that fun. Let's all go hang out in the Discord and troll because we're cool. Exactly, silence. I've never understood that. I've never understood the reasoning behind that, or why anybody would feel that that's the end thing to actually do. All right. So, as you can see right here, this is the Gurren stuff right here. We're getting there. Now, I actually did Sage and it didn't count. And I got wins, so I'm confused because I know this is Sage. So, I'm like, bro, what the, like, am I supposed to win, like, top? Because that's not going to happen in China. Not for me, anyway. I'm going to have to spend, like, $1,000 just to even come close to doing that. So, I don't know. But, you see, I have these done. I just finished the 30 just now. That was what I was doing. So, you guys could see. And, you know, I'm pretty far ahead. I've pretty much done most of the daily stuff besides the convoy. The convoy is I already did that already. But yeah. And the final story time that I actually wanted to go into is that we got new Bandai email. Can't tell you yet, but there was confirmed that we're going to be seeing a new Western release. So, you know, most of the anime YouTubers who are large enough probably got the same email. So you can check Afro, ask him about it if he has more information, because usually Afro gets more information and it can actually talk more than I can, because he's a larger channel and he deserves that right. So you can hit him up on that, and yeah, you'll maybe he could say more. I'm not allowed to say anything because I'm not as large as him, so they put clamps on me when it comes to certain things like that. But there is something coming, so definitely look out for that. I do thank them for contacting me though, because, you know, they don't have to, but they did. So I do have a lot. I think I have over 3 million. Yeah, I think it's around that 3 million Naruto related views on the channel. So Bandai Namco usually is going to contact me for that type of stuff. And I think that's about it. We're going to go do some flips because I do believe that it's time. Flippy flippies. Flippy flippies. No, it's not time. Oh. Alright, so we can't do that now. Alright. So, next video I will probably do flips because I am not gonna, like, there's no way for me to do that. If I edit that out, that would mean I'll be up like 3 o'clock in the morning. That's not gonna happen. But I am gonna start doing more PvP. And like I said, give me more of those builds. This was just story time, just for me to talk to you guys and let you know what's going on. Let you know if that interview is coming. Let you know the new game is coming, and just to talk in general, so you guys kind of understand where I'm coming from and why I act a certain way that I act. Like this is a no nonsense channel. Like one of the main rules is respect the channel. If you can't respect the channel, you're gonna get banned. It's just plain and simple. You're gonna get that hot ban, because there's a way to ban people hardcore. Why would I fight you with that? Get out of here. There's a way to ban somebody hardcore on YouTube. And what you basically do is you have to go to their main channel, and if you click on their name, I'm gonna give you YouTubers let you know how you hardcore ban somebody. You go to their name and you click on the name and click on about. If you look at the about, it'll say ban this user. It doesn't say that on YouTube, which is stupid. YouTube doesn't say it. It says hide the user from the channel, which is like why didn't you get that option there? But if you go to the actual YouTuber on their name, on their channel, it works for every type of name. No name is exempt from this. If you click on that and you hit the about and click that little information, that little dot right there, it'll say ban this user. And what that does is that essentially they can't do shit on your channel. Nothing. Like if they click on it, it's a wrap. They're done. That's how you hardcore ban somebody. Screw that hide this person on the channel BS, because they can still look at it, dislike, and all that type of stuff, which is retarded. Because if they're annoying and trolling their channel, they have no business being there in the first place, so they shouldn't be allowed to come back, period. That's how you do it. So if you have anybody who is being content on just coming to your channel just to troll, and then you have those dudes who just roll up on your channel just to dislike, like, why are you even here? I explained to you guys before about the simple fact that people who show up and chronically dislike are still paying the full thing, because YouTube already made a system for that, for those idiots. And people still continue to do it. I don't really care. You want to pay, go ahead and pay. But it just shows how much of a fake you are, in my opinion, if you come to a channel just to dislike. Every channel that I do not like on YouTube, my ass does not show up, because I'm not giving them a penny. Not one penny. You will not get any ad revenue from me whatsoever if I dislike your content and your channel, because for me, that makes you a complete fake. You are a fake. If you come to anybody's channel and dislike them, and you chronically do it because you just want to be a dick or something like that, you're still paying, and that makes you like the fakest person on the planet right there, because you are physically going somewhere and still paying somebody just to dislike them. I'm sorry, I don't get it. Maybe it's just me. I would not be that much of an idiot. I'm just saying. So I'll catch you guys later. Be legendary. I will see you soon, and peace.